Our next big idea at RioCan, though we're not trying to reinvent the wheel, I want to talk about RioCan not in the traditional sense of being a retail owner, developer, property manager, but about new endeavors that RioCan is looking at getting into and how we want to unlock potential on the various great sites we own across the country. So you may or may not know RioCan is a very large company, but let's just talk about the numbers to really drill that point home. So we are Canada's largest real estate investment trust with a total capitalization of approximately $14.7 billion as of September of this year. We own and manage Canada's largest portfolio of shopping centres with ownership interests in 340 sites. So what we're talking about today is intensification of existing assets and how we want to unlock the potential of these assets. We undertook an analysis of 340 sites across Canada, and we identified 49 sites that we feel have intensification, residential intensification potential in the 6 major markets in Canada. Retailers have shifted from the suburbs to the urban centres following the residential. In order to do this, they've come up with urban formats for their traditional stores, like Sobeys, Winners, Walmarts. They make perfect ground floor, second story tenants. So which sites made the cut? We looked at the 349 sites, and we based the 49 sites that we chose, they were based on applicable planning policy in the area, supported residential intensification, the retail center's proximity to transit, precedent examples of intensification surrounding the retail center. And I want to take you through some examples which I think will be interesting for you of examples of RioCan unlocking potential on some of our great sites. So we've got the Well, Front and Spadina, arguably the busiest corner of the city, existing 250,000 square feet of commercial GFA. This picture speaks 1,000 words. We're proposing 1.6 million square feet of commercial, 1.4 million square feet of residential. We've also got our site at 602 King Street West, with close proximity to the Wells site, located at the northwest corner of King and Portland, a partnership that we're in with Allied REIT. Existing GFA on the site of approximately 60,000 square feet. It's in a great area of the city, so why not propose residential intensification? We're proposing a beautiful Pontorini designed 15-story building, approximately 350,000 square feet of GFA, a combination of residential, commercial, office. These are just some of the many sites that we're working on right now. Our Sheppard Centre project, it's obvious that Yonge and Sheppard needed a revitalization. So part of our plan is to look at sprucing up the retail inside and out along Yonge and Sheppard, as well as our 39-story residential tower at the north end of the site. And of course, being a REIT, we're interested in recurring income month after month, so we're proposing residential rental on our sites. That's what we're interested in. Our 547-555 College Street site, project with Allied REIT, southwest corner of College and Manning, Little Italy, great neighborhood, currently existing on the site an LCBO and an at-grade parking lot. Makes for a perfect mid-rise building, working with the city and with their mid-rise guidelines. We've got an 8-story, Turner Flesher designed building, respecting neighborhood. It's a great place to be. It's a gem site. We're dealing with sites that the city's looking at their current OP review. We've got employment redesignations, and our 740 DuPont Street site located at DuPont between Ossington and Christie. We're dealing with employment conversion. The site currently houses 25,000 square feet of GFA. We're proposing somewhere in the amount of 250,000 square feet of GFA, 13-story, beautiful Turner Flesher Pontorini designed building. The city thinks DuPont Street is great for residential intensification, as do we. You may have driven through the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton. This is our YENE project at the northeast corner. It's a Baz's Metropia partnership that we're in. My before pic's not part of this, but obviously we're beautifying the corner. We've got one condo building, one rental building proposed here. Sales have gone great. And taking everyone over to Western Canada, we've got our East Village site in Calgary, master plan development. Calgary Municipal Land Corporation did everything to try to improve the infrastructure in this area in order to allow development and intensification to occur. We acquired the site from the Calgary Police Association, and we partnered with Embassy BOSA. That's showing our current proposal, 600,000 square feet, 2 buildings, 2-story retail podium. Again, our goal is to try to unlock potential for our sites across Canada. And these are some of the ways that we're doing it. So things that we have to think about while we're doing this, obviously redeveloping existing retail centers comes with its challenges, exciting challenges. Dealing with existing tenants and leases, long-term leases, no build clause, no relocation clause, often makes realizing residential intensification more difficult. Adding residential to existing retail always triggers the need for records of site conditions, so your timelines are dragged out, adding costs, things like that. It's difficult to develop residential with retail podium. Retailers want open spaces, residential has lots of cores and stairwells and things like that, and you can't pre-sell rental. So you have to make sure that your design's done right the first time. This was just showing everybody our Yonge and Eglinton head office at the corner of Yonge and Eglinton. No residential proposed here, but definitely improving the major intersections of our city. New things. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's been an interesting year for RioCan. The past 6 months have been great. 2015 is going to be very interesting from us. We're all looking forward to new and exciting projects. And thank you for letting me speak today.